So I'm very excited to be talking to this group today. I think I have a very interesting and potentially impactful decision framework to talk about. I'm going to be talking about it in the context of drug development research, but I think it's applicable to many other decision-making processes. But today, we're going to talk about decision framework for assessing safety in clinical development programs. Now, my mentor at Merck, Joe Hayes, on the right here, always told me to start with your last slide, because invariably you're going to have a lot that you want to talk about, and you're going to end up spending more time on the slides leading up to that last slide that you want to talk about, and then you're not going to have much time. So I'm going to start with the last slide, and then we're going to return to it at the end. I don't know if you're familiar with John Tukey. He is one of the most famous statisticians ever, on the same level as Ronald Fisher. I'm sure you're familiar with him. We'll talk about him a little bit later. But John Tukey is the father of data science. And there's a book, there's a reference at the bottom. I highly recommend, even if you're not a quantitative person. It'll open your mind. It really transformed the way I think about statistics in drug development research and the difference between efficacy analyses and safety assessments. But John Tukey believed that the role of data analysis was to provide quantitative evidence and to assist, but not to replace the substantive expert to sift through and interpret the evidence. So the statistician should not be developing statistically driven decision-making processes. They should not be creating decision rules, designing out the subject matter experts. We should be providing information in a way that the subject matter experts can measure the evidence in the data and then make informed decisions. And that's what I'm going to be talking about today. So I'm going to be channeling John Tukey through my mentor, Joe Hayes.